I didn't know if we would make it. I didn't know. Wait a minute. Let me get everything to ESPN. So y'all just give me a couple of seconds to get situated. I started. I didn't have my remote control. I didn't have my iPad. I didn't have any of my equipment. Oh, it's been so unorganized. Here we are. It's been very, very, very unorganized day. Who knows what's going on? I gotta need a good stretch. Feel like I'm still waking up since this morning. We'll fix that. So let's get in the comment sections. Okay, so here it is, y'all. Wisconsin game. Okay, let me remind you, 11 o'clock pregame show tomorrow. I have been doing the Wisconsin film review. I suggest you don't watch Wisconsin film review. Do yourself a favor. If you are wise, do not go to YouTube and type in Loyola, Chicago, Illinois, Wisconsin. Do not type in Wisconsin Marquette. Do not type in Wisconsin last year, end of the season tournament. Chad, what's going on? Beat, what's going on? Do not type in anything Wisconsin related for any film review, because you will be incredibly, incredibly disappointed and underwhelmed. I guarantee you that. You will not be excited about watching Wisconsin. Number two, I think we may have a suspect on who we will be missing tomorrow. Now, I don't know if the word has been traveling around or not. I could be incredibly off base. I hope I am off base. But if you listen to the show today, it was all about speculation on who we can afford to lose and who can we afford to have missing in the game, and who would you rather be missing, David or Carleek or whoever, or Jalen Withers and all that good stuff. So we had that conversation in full. So, like insane people, everybody wanted to know. Then Louisville releases the video of getting ready to travel. Who's one of the first people you see? I know. It's like, who cares who's missing? Let's go. I know what you're saying. But here's the thing. What is the name that everybody was saying at first that was going to be missing? Do y'all remember? Who has been the number one name being said that will be missing for the game? Just rumors. Who is the number one rumor? Carleek. The number 1, the number 1, 2, and 3 rumor was Carleek, right? Solo, right? So here's the thing. Actually, I probably should do it for y'all. I keep forgetting we're able to do this pretty easy. Okay, let's do it like this. Wait a minute. We might have some new news, some new information. Hold on. We may have some new information. Uh, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is. Okay, where's the video at? So I can tell y'all. Um, Hold on, let me close all this other good stuff. So here, okay, I don't want to let you know. What's up, man? Happy Friday. I agree. He was solo. That's 100% correct. There's no way I was gonna show the video. There's no way he would be on the video or be traveling if he couldn't play. No way. He was in the travel video though. That's funny. That is really, really funny. Because here's the problem. I look at do y'all know the name? Listen, do y'all know the name? I'm getting chubby like him too. Do y'all know the name Carcino? A YouTube channel called Carcino for Life. And he hates DJ Academics with a passion. And all he does, appreciate it. I don't usually do the flat bills too often, but prayers for sure. Yeah, I don't usually do flat bills, but every once in a while. Yeah, the guy I listen to is a guy named Carcino, and he really, really, really hates DJ Academics, like with a passion. So yeah, that is really, really funny. Yeah, we're just sitting there looking at videos and traveling videos, and you're like, yeah, Carly, and he had his mask down and he was eating. So I'm like, I'm just like, I'm sure he's gonna play. Tim, yes, my window is still broken. Tim, my window is still broken. You got to give me your email or send me something in Facebook. Look, Tim, it's the top corner of my window is about that much showing, and I can kind of move the window a little bit. It's not crap. I don't know if it's off track or do I need the replacement thing, but I need something. Tim Brown, yes, I need help with that, man. My God, yeah, I saw Midland travel. That was pretty funny. Jansen can't figure it out. Beef. I did see your message. We were way too close to the end of the night to get anything in, but let part one breathe a little bit. Let people enjoy it. It's no rush. I'm gonna be here. We gonna get it done. Don't worry about it. Yeah, like please, Tim, send me an inbox message or something. Cause listen, that whistling noise when I'm oh my God. Like part of me like wants to torture myself a little bit, but I can't. Oh my God, it's the worst. Yeah, please inbox me on Facebook or anything like that. Yeah, so we were just sitting around seeing who was tweeting about being on the plane and getting to the hotel, just Instagram stalking, and I felt like such a creeper doing that. Yeah, Tim, golly. Yeah, Tim, I talked to a guy today. Look, I talked to him on the phone. He was like, yeah, that sounds like it'll be 1 to 3 hours. And I'm like, no, it ain't no 3 hours. Listen, I don't watch enough YouTube videos to know if you know it. Yeah, it might take me 3 hours. But if you know what you're doing, it should not take 3 hours. My God. So that was funny. Yeah, process of elimination. I really think it's DeAndre Davis. I really feel like DeAndre Davis is out. I didn't. Yeah, he's always in the videos. He's always active. He's really photogenic. For him not to be anywhere found in the video. I know, Gary. Because I'm gonna tell you what's worse, Gary. This is what's worse about it. When we did the show today, I was like, I would hate to be missing, Carly and whatever, right? But it never really dawned on me that, Dre, was going to be that huge. But here's the problem. When I went, before and during and after my afternoon nap, I was doing all my Wisconsin research for the pregame show tomorrow. And I was the only thing I'm thinking the whole time watching Wisconsin is DeAndre Davis is going to be perfect for this game. And of course he ends up being the perfect guy. Yep. It's gotta be Dre. I know. We overlooked DeAndre so much. I mean, yeah, but I'm telling you, I can't show y'all because I'm on YouTube too, and the stuff is copyrighted. Couldn't call, but Dre, Gary, you were not going to say DeAndre is the most valuable person for this game. You were not. You were not going to say Dre. I call shenanigans on that one. I'm not buying that one. I'm not buying that one bit. That is funny though. Yeah. And again, Dre, Aston, I think it's DeAndre. I think it's DeAndre. I mean, just no appearance in the videos, no appearance in the shoot around. Gary, I know. Cool guy Don. This is the perfect game for him to be in and be ready to go. I know. We we better put some respect on Gary's name. Yeah, just because of the way they play defense. He's gonna be the guy to go get buckets and go get possessions. And he's gonna be the guy to get into the fight. Because they're kind of dirty. Wisconsin's gonna be kind of dirty. Okay, when the guys like going to crash the boards and they just do that early like shoulder ram, like you're gonna see a lot of shoulder ram. They're gonna see if they can get away with punking some guys early. So I know we made the joke today, but Quinn is really gonna have to play, man. Quinn is really gonna have to play tough and give us some quality minutes. Seriously. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna do the delegation jokes and all that good stuff. Like, dude, it's tough. You're gonna have to be tough. He's trying. Like I said, JJ's just a late bloomer. Sam needs 22. Listen, you know what we did today? You know what me and Steve did this afternoon? Jansen, I appreciate everybody who supports this channel and Midnights with Marques Maybin. I appreciate that so much, so much. Anytime I'm on the fence about getting to the midnight shows and getting this information out, I do like getting it out the night before so people who join the channel can kind of know, what's going into tomorrow. So just in case you miss tomorrow's shows or something, you can know what's going on the night before. But Jansen, thank you so much. So me and Steve were probably talking an hour and a half about this Wisconsin situation, right? And a point came up where Steve was saying, you remember how worried we were about Western Kentucky, right? Like we just knew Western Kentucky was going to want some revenge. Western Kentucky was an older group. It had been playing together. They had some Kentucky guys, some Mr. Basketballs, all that good stuff. Y'all remember How do we adjust if Dre is confirmed out? Bo, you are roughly 15 minutes late to the show. Come on, Bo. So here's the thing. We were talking about Western Kentucky. You remember how nervous everybody was about the Western Kentucky game? And right when you got up to game time, like the couple of days before, it's kind of like, damn, Western got this and Bass is going to be doing this. And last year, all that good stuff. But right at game time, you just kind of go, but we are Louisville and we should beat Western Kentucky, right? Like, even though there's a threat, they got game, all that good stuff. But at the end of the day, we are Louisville, right? That was just like that was the last thing you remembered before Western. And then you find yourself up 20 against Western. You like, at the end of the day, we are still Louisville, right? Okay. So I am gonna talk about the adjustment with Dre, and you might not like it, but it is what it is. So anyway, the Western Kentucky reference led up to the Wisconsin reference, right? And Steve went to like 247, and we went to rankings because we said, it started off, who was the highest ranked Wisconsin player, right? Bo, I am thinking it's Aiden and DeAndre. Now, that is not confirmed. We kind of talked about why I think that. I'll revisit that. But I'm thinking DeAndre Davis is the most important one. So when you go down the roster and you go down the size of Wisconsin, and you go down the roster and you go down their recruiting rankings, and I don't put everything in recruiting rankings, but it's a different feeling. Yeah, see, Aston, that's exactly what Steve said, but it was in the summer. So Aiden might be outside of the 3 months where, how they say you don't have to worry about for 3 months? I mean, we're in December. So November, October, September, August. Like if he had it in July, he's back in regular protocol. So, I mean, look, Nick Saban had it twice in 1 week. Nick Saban had it 3 times in 10 days. But not gonna laugh about that too much. But here's the thing: when you go down the Wisconsin roster, it's like 3-star, 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 4-star, 4-star, 3-star, 3-star, 2-star, unranked, right? And you go down Louisville's recruiting ranking, it's 4-star, 4-star, 5-star, 4-star, 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 unranked. So, you're just kind of like, and when you watch them, you're like, yeah, but we are still Louisville. Like, I get Wisconsin's ranked 12, and they got a big, like I said, they got a big, rough, big man, and they got some guys, they got some kids that can play. But if Wisconsin is top 10, top 12, and it's a 4-point spread, y'all. That means, look, with our babies, with that young team, you're telling me at Wisconsin, it's a 4-point spread. You get 3 points for just being at home. So you're saying they're probably 1 or 2 points better than Louisville. Number 12, Wisconsin, you're saying on a neutral floor, you think they're 1 point better. And we're not going to have DeAndre Davis. And we're not going to have Malik Williams. And we're not going to have Charles Midland. And we're not going to have Josh Nickelberry. And it's still a 4-point spread. boy, if we start getting healthy, look, okay, fair enough. If it's up to 5, it opened at 4. Yeah, the DeAndre Davis probably jumped to the look, and I'm just saying it like I know for sure it's DeAndre Davis. I don't know that for sure, so don't run from it. I just unless Coach Mack, put it this way. If I'm wrong about DeAndre Davis, Coach Mack did that on purpose. They purposely made sure they angled the cameras to make sure we didn't see enough guys. Solo, do not let us win this game. Do not let us win. Oh my God. What are we still had, Jordan? Golly. That would be awesome. Video. Wait, I can't. Are you asking me to show the video? Oh. Here's what I did. Okay, I should be able to do this pretty easy. I'm getting better at this. I am getting better at this. Share. Okay, I should be able to do this.
I can tell who's on the way out. 25 show, check the payout. I ain't going home, I'ma stay out. Whole gang eat steakhouse food. Get the check, I ain't checking what
that's Carly. He would not be. Carly would not be on that video.
Yeah, I get paid to do me. That's
Carly would not be on that video.
Up there, retrace my last
I think that's Jalen. You would not be on that video. You would not have your mask down if you were not gonna play.
I can tell who's
those jumpers are clean.
I ain't going home, I'ma stay out. Whole gang eat steakhouse food. Get the check, I ain't checking what it came out to.
Maybe they're purposely not showing everybody.
You gonna listen to the song, say,
put some socks on, boy. It's cold out here.
I get paid to do me. That's a fact check. I run it up, then retrace my last steps.
Okay, so what y'all think? What y'all think? And ain't okay, that would make sense. Not that video. Wait a minute. Not that video. I can't see you on YouTube. Is something not working? The fact that they're only showing certain, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Gary, I mean, they might be pulling the wool over our eyes. I won't rule that out. Can't see. Okay. Can you see me, Cool Guy Don, on here? Yeah, I mean, yeah, text me if something's going wrong. I don't want to screw anything up. Gary, it is possible. It is possible that they're all in on it. And here's the thing. Wait a minute. Did y'all see this other video? Hold on. I got to show y'all one more video. I hate that I even got it out. Hold on. I want y'all to see how petty this dude is. Hold on. I want y'all to see this one. StreamYard. Okay. Maybe I have to do it this way. Now I can share screen one more time. I don't need sound on this one. So it's an application window or okay, Chrome tab. Look at this right here, y'all. Look at Coach Mack. Look at Coach Mack. Coach Mack, that's cheating, bro. Like, dude. Watch. Oh, okay. Yeah, I will do that. Bo, I certainly will. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Y'all see, listen, Did y'all see Coach Mack stomping behind the? This was the last time they played Wisconsin. Dude. He's literally trying to touch the dude. He's talking in his ear. Only a player would be doing something like that. Coach Mack gonna get suspended for that. That is funny. I'll hold on, new comments. Let me get to the bottom a little bit. Right. No, that is really funny. Like that. Listen, that's the player in him, man. Can you imagine you shooting and the coach is like stomping right behind? Wait. You couldn't see the video, Gary. You could you not see the Twitter video I was showing? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just making sure everything's running smooth. But Coach Mack stomping in dude's ear. Okay, so back to the okay. Yeah, listen, look, I'm just learning how to get the channel good and tight and nice and solid. And I wanted to make sure I could get it right. But I wanted to go back up to the main question. And where is it at? Right here. How do we adjust if Dre is confirmed out? Now, if you listen to the show today, we made the jokes. We made the jokes about how Quinn, we don't know why, but Quinn might be extremely comfortable in this game. But it's funny, but it's not funny. I don't know how to say this any other way. It's a lot of guys with the same playing style as Quinn. Actually, I want Quinn to go in this game and learn this is exactly how we're going to need you to play moving forward. If Quinn picks up some attitude from the Wisconsin older guys, Quinn is going to be exactly what we need. And here's the thing. Wisconsin is going to try to bully. The reason I like Quinn is listen, what do they say? Who talks the most trash on the team? Quinn Sislinski. Everybody says it. Guy is always talking. Now you're used to Jalen Withers or somebody coming in talking or if you're Wisconsin, you're used to Jalen Withers. You're used to, you're not used to Quinn coming in there running that mouth, running that yap like that. Quinn has a chance, and Quinn's a big dude, y'all. Quinn's a big guy. And listen, Quinn's a big guy. They're not very fast. Quinn can move his feet. He can keep his guy out the lane. He knows his rotations. Listen, man. With DeAndre Davis, like I said, if he's really out, I don't care what happens on Saturday. I just want to see a little bit. Yeah, listen, there is a lot of that. Hold on. Players who we missed the most. Carleek. Carleek, Jalen, Dre, DJ, Sam. You probably put Sam last because you've seen games without Sam. But once you see Sam again, you might revisit this one and say, what was I talking about? We need Sam a lot more than we thought. So, I do like the list. You know what? I like the fact that this list is interchangeable. You know what I'm saying? Because there's something very important that each one of those guys bring to the table, and which means it's kind of depth. I agree with that. Right. Listen, he's one of your tougher, your tougher guys, like tougher mentality guys. I know Coach Mack has been praising Sam about being really, really competitive, but listen, Steve said this to me this afternoon. He said he was looking at the Kentucky-Louisville game, and he said sometimes, you just don't got one of those. And he said Maxey just made big plays, just being different. Sam is supposed to be the guy that's different. Tomorrow, Sam Williamson is supposed to be the guy that's just different. Now, Quinn is filling in for DeAndre Davis, is picking up the slack for DeAndre Davis. But to win the game, to beat Wisconsin on the road in an ACC Big Ten challenge, Sam has to be different. Just a different kind of dude. We can't guard him with our system. He's a McDonald's All-American. He's a 6'7", pull-up jump shot shooter. We can't guard him. He's just different. If Sam is that Sam, yes, that was DJ in the video. Need him to hit some of those open three. Yes, he's going to get some open looks in the corner. That's 100%. Carlik is going to be sure of that. They're not so fast about. Listen, DJ. I worry about David Johnson because he likes to jump and he uses off arm a lot. They're going to be trying to draw charges like crazy, and David Johnson does. He's good for a charge and a half a game. So I do worry about that part of him. I don't want him settling for jump shots either. Yes, DJ was in the video. He was the guy in no socks, was walking to the plane outside. Paul Rafferty. You mean the DJ? Yeah, like I said, Coach always gets on David Johnson for control issues or whatever. So yeah, I just don't. Sometimes you get over athletic in a game like this, and you end up, like I said, getting charges, or you end up just off balance the whole time. So yeah, that's my thing with David Johnson. We need the refs to let us play. Actually, Bo, I don't know because I don't know how aggressive we are. I don't know if we're that level of aggression. I will agree with you here, Bo. If it's a physical, aggressive game, it's going to benefit us for the next two games. So I agree with you there. Big picture, it would be great if they let it be a physical, aggressive, tough game, because it's going to force us to get more aggressive, right? But if it's kind of touchy-feely, what I'm saying, that will probably benefit us in the short term, but long term, no. Because the next two teams, Pittsburgh wants us. Pittsburgh wants us bad. But and the Kentucky game, they're going to be fighting for their lives. So, So yeah, like long-term physical. Wisconsin's going to be more physical than us probably. So yeah, short-term, I don't know. Long-term, maybe we'll see. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me get this drink. So yeah, that's what I think about the complexion of the game. Hope the rest let us play. Appreciate that. You can go on count DJ to be in foul trouble. Yeah, especially this game. I mean, listen, this is my dude, but he's physical. He's physical, and they're going to be flopping like crazy. They're going to be flopping, and they're going to get away with bumping him. He's going to bump back. They're going to fall. DJ, this is the game that scares me with DJ. I don't even want to speak it into existence about him being in foul trouble, but I worry about that. And if the spread is up, think about this. And this is a good sign, but I don't want y'all to take this advice. Do what you want with it. Brandon Lang, when he came, y'all know who Brandon Lang is. I'm sure if you don't, look him up. Brandon Lang, when we were in ESPN Louisville studios, I was just like, give me one thing to live by when picking my games. Like if you're picking games, like to gamble, because I don't really gamble, except with friends. He said, I said, give me one thing to live by. He said, If the line, he said, whatever the line moves, if it moves heavy one way, take the other way. If our game started off at a 4-point spread and then moved to 5.5, there hasn't been any new announcements. Coach Mack had already said, two guys are out, you know what I'm saying, important. If a line goes from 4 to 5.5, that's a huge move, right? Might want to take Louisville. You just might want to take Louisville. If it starts out at 4, because that means a bunch of money came in for Wisconsin. Vegas doesn't make money when a bunch of public comes in and moves the line to 5.5, unless Louisville wins. Sam, yeah, but Chang, I agree with you with the Sam, but here I think Sam is more capable of playing with foul trouble. Like Sam can keep his hands out of the cookie jar when he's in foul trouble because he's so long and he's not physical already. So I think he's better at playing through foul trouble than David is. Hold on, let me make sure you can, okay, yeah, I know. We can't afford to get in foul trouble. I know. Louisville needs to send Kentucky message. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that thought right there. Just go ahead and what is it? I do appreciate, again, yeah, any support for the channels. What is my name anyway on here? Yeah, it's just at Marques Maybin. Just spell my name right. That's my Venmo, Marques Maybin. As long as you spell the name right, it's all good. But I appreciate that. Yeah, any support, man, any donations, I do appreciate. Sam has a tendency. Okay, I'm firing through. Let me get down to you. After watching us play some of the ACC play, do you think winning the conference is a lot more attainable? Do you want me to be honest? Oh my God, absolutely not. Right now, on December 19th, I don't think we have a chance to beat Florida State. I don't think we have a chance to beat Florida State. Oh my God. I am so terrified of them right now. And I'm not a loser like that in general. I'm not a loser guy, but Florida State, think about it. Kim Bomb not Kim Bomb, the Sagar, whatever it is. Florida State is literally the tallest team in all of college basketball. Their point guard is 6'9". They're athletic, they're long, they like to play defense. I think they kind of got our number a little bit. Our young guns had a deer in the headlights reaction. I hope not, because Wisconsin shouldn't give you a deer in the headlights reaction. You look at some of those dudes, you might look at them, and I'm not talking about aesthetically. I'm talking about their game wise. Like when you see them dribbling and their moves, they're not fast, not a lot of shake and bake to their moves. They're just really effective. They execute, they're tough, but it's not like aesthetically pleasing. So it's nothing like intimidating. I want to see Sam go off tomorrow. Paul, I guarantee, Paul, I would love to see Sam go off tomorrow and show, like, don't forget he's different. You don't do the McDonald's thing unless you're different. Or had a potential to be different. Sometimes I know. Shane, listen, I watched them play Georgia Tech, man. Oh, man. And Georgia Tech, we seen Georgia Tech. We seen what Georgia Tech is capable of, but FSU, man. Yeah, they playing for sure, man. But remember, Florida State also has guys that were caught up in the FBI scandal that are eligible somehow. Do what you want with that one. Venmo, yep, Venmo is just Marques Maybin. As long as you spell my name right. QUES. It's a tough spell. FSU. Yeah, the FSU situation. I hate even bringing up their name because I hate bringing up the FSU name because I don't want to turn them into a psychological barrier, because I'm going to turn into that guy like, yeah, but Florida State's out there. And then to come tournament time, I'm going to be hoping we don't get in Florida State's bracket. And I'm going to be like trying to dodge them. They can be beat by a million teams. It's just, I just think our Achilles is going to be a team like that. I know it's off topic, but it's the show this afternoon. Got any football news and notes? Defensive end transfer from Georgia is an exciting probability. A Georgia defensive end transfer is exciting. What other football news did we talk to? I know we addressed a couple of things. What did we talk about on the football side? I still feel like I feel better about the teams like UNC and Duke. Listen, when you got good coaching, by the end of the year, Duke and North Carolina are going to be good basketball teams because they got really good coaches, man. So, like Coach Mack might be ahead of the curve right now. Like it's going to be CJ Avery. Good call, Aston. Yes, CJ Avery. I was talking with Steve about that this afternoon. So Chad, that was for you. CJ Avery's come back. Actually, Chad, I'm gonna do this for you. So everybody, pardon me 1 second, because I'm gonna help Chad out really, really quick. Chad. Now, this is compliments of Cardinal Authority. This one's for you, Chad. I'm gonna do it. It shouldn't take me more than 15 seconds to get this going. Okay, brand, bang. I just got this. Okay, so people, this is compliments of Jody Dimley. I don't think it's behind the paywall. I think this is public. This is public information. So, I don't feel like I'm not violating any policies. Nothing official, but this is what Jody Dimley and Cardinal Authority feel like. Robbie Bell won't return. Cole Bentley sounds like he could come back. Maurice Berkeley could come back, depends on his injury level. O-line, Cam DeGeorge sounds like he could come back. Defensive line, Derek Dorsey sounds like he won't return. Dorian Etheridge, he definitely won't return. I don't think so. Jared Goldwire, here he won't return. Sounds like he'd come back. Mitch Hall, Isaiah Hayes, sounds like he will not come back. Roscoe Johnson, the wide receiver, with the dreads, sounds like he could come back. Tavarius Peterson, hearing he's likely to come back. Ethan Pfeiffer, up in the air. So CJ Avery is the really CJ Avery was the big catch in this one. So Chad. That was the football news. That's probably the best football news that I could deliver. Let me see. Did we address this? I still feel like we're better about teams like, oh God, they got good coaching, man, and good shooting. Virginia has the loss and struggle. Again, is why I asked. Virginia, still Virginia, and early season, everybody got different styles. So it's kind of hard. Marques, how many times? I was 2-2. Yep. I was 2-2. No, Paul, listen. Here's the thing. I don't mind peeking ahead, but not having my head ahead, if that makes sense. Like, I don't mind peeking what's around the corner, but I wouldn't get consumed with it. Yeah, that was a good call, Aston. I appreciate that one. Yeah, the 2-2 for sure. Lawrence. That's how Lawrence feels every day. We need a QB all the time. I heard Robbie Bell's thinking about not coming back. Any reason you know why? Man, you seen you wear and tears, ready to move on, take a shot at the league, or start doing your thing. Appreciate, hate to lose O-line. Yeah, I agree. Lonnie, what's good? Lonnie, you're 45 minutes late. You're 45. We've been trying to figure out what we're gonna do. If DeAndre Davis is out, we're trying to move Quinn in and get the minutes, and we're talking about Sam Williamson. It's going to be a superstar, and we need him to be a different kind of player. We've been in here fixing problems. I heard the staff. See, now Chang, I know. I want to be a fly on the wall for that reality show. It's one of those. Listen, if you're thinking about coming back, don't call us. We'll call you. Hey, everybody, leave your cell phone numbers or the numbers where you're going to be at over the holidays. We will call you and let you know your status. If you listen, we will call you. If you hear a tone, look, if you hear automated message, you will not be asked to return to the University of Louisville. Goodbye. Everybody's sitting at home on the holidays. You get the call from the school. You will not be asked to return to the University of Louisville. Thank you. Goodbye. Well, Tom, thank you, Gary. Appreciate that. I appreciate that thoroughly. Thank you so much. No, that would be a horrible call. And then you sit at home and you say, if you would like to return to the University of Louisville, please press 1. Yes, I'm going back. But hey, when you're building a program, you got to make some moves. It's over. We'll probably be back. Gotcha. Okay. There he goes. You see that U of L requested IARP? No, I didn't see that, but that's gonna suck. I would not do that at all. No, you're sacrificing yourself to the committee. That would be the worst. Kids still up too. Lonnie, listen, this is what we do. The midnight. Listen, we got games coming up. Stuff is going down. I mean, what do you do? Like, we're in our homes half the time now. We might as well be up chopping it up. If we can't get the team kid from Virginia Tech. The lineman. Yeah, big time. And listen, y'all, Ledford's a problem. And Ledford's reputation in other circles is a problem. So kids are starting to know that he's a problem too. Mark, I just didn't see him show up on any videos, man. Any videos. I think he had like 5. I think he had like 5 or 6. Okay, let me just make sure I put these. So some people on Facebook don't get to see all the comments and stuff. Davis, so I'm gonna take out. I know, man. How many times did I have a punch? Yep, I said I think he had 5. You ask him, he'll definitely tell you. Do you know the players that aren't traveling to Wisconsin besides our injured guys? That's what we were saying, Paul. We were kind of looking at the videos and seeing who was loading up, and you just didn't see DeAndre Davis at all. You saw your Davis, you saw Carleek, you saw Jalen, you saw Quinn, you saw JJ. I just didn't see Aiden, and I didn't see DeAndre. So I'm just gonna assume that it's them. Yeah, I I would not be doing the IARP at all. At all. They need to be taken into real court. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, but I mean, I'm gonna throw him under the bus for doing that though. So, announcer said he better be careful not to hit his head on the rim. Who was he talking about? I know, Paul. I know. Okay, that's that. I want to leave it. Paul, it's funny. During the show, we were talking about everybody else except for DeAndre. And the moment I thought about DeAndre not being in that game, I was like, we need him more than anybody because he's our tough guy. He's our tone setter on the tough end. And so I was disappointed. I was so disappointed. Yeah, and it's IQ and it's basketball IQ. I know. Basketball IQ as a freshman, tough. Marques Maybin. Mark, the last freshman we had with IQ that high. Who was the last freshman with IQ like DeAndre Davis? Marcus. I'll own it. Alvin Sims in that UK game. Oh yeah, and that'll get you some pride going. Paul, don't agree. Don't let me go on thinking that. What do you think about Barkley's thoughts on Kyrie? I thought that was funny. I asked my boy from home. I asked my boy Mike about that, and Mike is he's pretty conservative. So he was about 70% on Barkley's side. Here's I don't know. That one's a tough one because Kyrie. Okay, this is how I'll explain it. I don't agree with something somebody says, but Marques Maybin, I fight like hell to protect people's rights to say what they want. Right? Like people say stupid stuff all the time, but the worst thing you can do is have somebody deciding who can say what. That's what scares me about Facebook censorship, YouTube censorship, Twitter censorship, because one doctor can say this and one doctor can say that, and the doctor that has more money pays YouTube to censor the other guy. This is capitalism. Whoever has control of the dollar, can get his voice out and not be censored the same way. So all that to go back to the Barkley situation, Kyrie does sound stupid, and emotionally I agree with Barkley, but like legally and letter of the law, I still just protect everybody's rights. Like I said, if you want to be woke, if you want to have extreme thoughts and ideas and arrogance and stuff, I got to defend that, because when I got something to say, I want people to defend my right to say what I want to say. So yeah, that's how I feel about the Barkley Kyrie. Like I said, emotionally I agree with Barkley, but I don't think Kyrie should just stop talking because Barkley is getting at him or something. Like that's how I feel. I'm big on people's censorship. I don't like censorship at all. Like, yeah, not at all. So yeah, that's pretty much my thing. Did I ever tell you, right, Aston? Like, don't give me a reason. Don't give me a reason to say that at all. Listen, I don't know if Crumb would say Reese. Because listen, ask Reese, man. Like last time Reese came into the show with me, right? You know what Reese said to me? This is what Reese Gaines said to me. It was one of the funniest things he said. He came and did the show. Reese Gaines said, we treated him, when his freshman year, he said, we treated him like the Miami Heat treated Mario Chalmers. used to give me that Mario Chalmers treatment. That was so funny. That was one of the funniest things, man. Because I didn't think so. I thought, I mean, but I don't know though. He probably was more right because, but Reese didn't have to deal with like Alex Sanders. Like if you know Alex Sanders and Damian, like they were vicious, man. Like they were heartless with their jokes, man. Nate can be pretty rough too, you know what I'm saying, with the jokes. Dion, like Reese just came in a window where there was some heartless jokesters, you know what I'm saying, on the team. Like their insults were pretty harsh. So I can see how freshman Reese is like, damn, like y'all really are mean. But maybe I had just gotten used to it by then. So yeah, that's funny. Do you think we can win without Dre? It's taking the five. Listen, I cannot give gambling advice. Do you think we can win without Dre? It's taking 5.5 points to save bet for 500. My kids need some Christmas presents. I would absolutely not bet any kind of Christmas money on the kid. I would put together a 5-game parlay, right? And if it gets up to 6, I would take Louisville and mix it in with some other games, you know. Put about 10 down, hit a nice little big time payout parlay. It is what it is. But I wouldn't pump a bunch of money and betting on one team like Louisville. Freshman Jerry Smith has some good games. Yeah, I think he got one of my records, or my freshman opener record or something like that. I'm not sure. But I did stop keeping up at some point. Right, Hunter? Yeah, just put 10 and mix it up with 5 other games or something. See if you can take a good shot. I don't let maybe happy go lucky personality. What you do? No, I agree. No, you know what's funny about that? You know what's funny about that, Shane? What's really funny about that is, you know how like some people get too comfortable, right? And they get to talking noise, and it's like, don't make me say something to you to make you cry in here. And I'm like, stop playing with me. Like, I have a good time. I live and let live. But Shane, I always say, don't forget, like I got something inside me that's a little different too. Jay, that is really, really funny. So yeah, I always say, like, be careful with your insults with me, because like I said, I don't really have time to hurt people's feelings. I don't know what Sebastian Telfair's situation is. Man, he couldn't let New York go, man. He had some good New York in him. Right? Look. Oh man. Oh man. You know what? I'm gonna have to tuck that story away. Tonight might not be the night for the politically incorrect storytelling. Man, don't bring up Telfair Rondo because his misses. I think the yeah, he missed on Rondo, but I think Rondo was just looking for the best situation. I don't think he necessarily missed. Rough go since he left. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Sound good. Thanks for the advice, Bob. Yeah, like I said, I wouldn't take any big risk around the holidays. Actually, because y'all are in here, y'all know what the best risk is: stock in gambling companies. A lot of gambling going on right now, y'all. A lot of digital gambling. A lot of sports betting apps. Find the companies that are running these sports betting apps. They are getting bigger and bigger by the day. There is a big time market for sports gambling apps, especially now that people are consumer confidence is going up and people's ability to still play sports. And with consumer confidence going up, stock is going up. But yeah, listen, Hunter, that came from Brandon Lang himself, with the 5, like I said, with the 5.5, you get a big movement. If you get, like in football, if you get 2 or 3 points moving from the original line, you just take the other way, because that's how Vegas gets paid. So if you do that, if you set a number in your head, like anytime a spread moves 3 points from when it's released, means the public is buying a lot of stock the other way. Vegas makes their money off them people. So if you did that, like if you said, 3 point or 4 point would be an extreme movement. If you set your number at 4 points or something and just took the underdog over the course of time, he said you're gonna make money over the course of, over the course. That's Brandon Lang. That's not mine. So don't catch me up. So I'm gonna say Rondo wanted to be there. They used to play. Yeah. Oh, for sure. But see, that could be Rondo's vibe he got from Coach Pitino. But I mean, I know there were some vibes I got too, and later on in life I found out that wasn't the case. Like, okay, put it this way: what if somebody who's Rondo's family or maybe not family, you'd be amazed at how many people, hypothetically, because I don't want to put this on nobody. Let's say Rondo's cousins that are Kentucky fans are running around here telling everybody Rondo want to go to Kentucky. Rondo want to go to Kentucky. Because he got family that like, both schools or whatever, which, and you don't know what Coach Pitino's hearing. So he's like, does he just want to get offered so he can turn me down and go to Kentucky? Is he just, because the word on the street is, so it's real finicky when you're trying to understand, when you're going for 2 top point guards like that, you know what I'm saying? It's, Rick did the New York point guard pipeline. So that could be the case, but I could also see, I could see a situation or a scenario that Rick could have wanted Rondo more, but kept hearing that Rondo just wanted to go to Kentucky. Like, I could see that. But he still missed on him. So yeah, he screwed that up. Yeah, Paul, that's the gambling theory that I got from I had a different hold on. Wait, let me read this clear. I swear to God, y'all can't convince me different that we had AD and Mark. That is the worst secret in the history of college sports. The Pitino, AD, Anthony Davis last minute change, like bag change like that. But listen, that's why they're attacking Pitino now. Because he was trying to get this shoe game out 30 years ago. He's been a thorn in their side. That's the maddest recruiter. I know. I mean, and I hate just accepting those things. And then we have to, I think when the title of Rondo's here, maybe, but again, Rondo had a squad too, so it's like tell if they got game though. Like, let's not act like he wasn't cold, and let's not act like Rick couldn't coach. So, either way, those boys could play. Did you hear Scotty D's story with Jeff Greer? Tell him about being the only coach that ever retained. No, I knew that though. I mean, I didn't hear the story, but I did know that. See, that's what always. I hated saying that out loud. But when you're a coach and you're replacing an empire or replacing a regime, you got to bring your own people in there. I mean, I would have loved for him to pick up our guys and keep some guys around for his staff, and I would have loved that. But I understand, like, you got to have a tight circle. And if you got somebody that's talking to you and then talking to the old regime and passing back, back and forth stuff, it's like that can go left, man. So yeah, I always understood it. I didn't like it, but I understood it. Sebastian Ronald, that kid went to Tennessee. Who went to Tennessee? The shooting, the shooter, right? Mm, mm, mm. And he's a psycho. And he's an absolute psycho. Coach Davenport had me doing Breakfast Club for sneaking out my hotel room. Coach D was mad. He had to wake up in the morning and make me run. So I gotta meet Coach Davenport at 6 in the morning to run. And I just went home. I didn't go out and party. I just didn't feel like staying at the Executive West that night. I ain't had no company or nothing. If I'm gonna get in trouble, at least let me do something to get in trouble. Mark, I appreciate it. That's a good question. Let me see this one. Sometimes I think Pitino wanted the Brooklyn and Queens too much over Shively Import. Yes. That is one thing that he couldn't get out of his system, but that's also what made his personality and arrogance, like that's what made him a gravitational pull. Like, okay, I always say this, like in sports, you kind of got to be a loose cannon a little bit, you know, like, and coaches. Okay, fans get mad because they say that's not a better coaching job because they lost for 10 years straight. But a coach is like, nah, they lost. If I was there, it would be totally different. Pitino is kind of like, in Kentucky, he's like, y'all don't know nothing. I got all this New York game. I got New York hustle. I got New York. Y'all ain't ready for me, you know? So he carried that attitude and that energy all the time. Y'all are not ready for me. I'm boom, boom, boom. I'm moving. I'm shaking. I'm pointing. I'm strong arming. You know what I'm saying? Like that attitude and persona is what makes him a Hall of Famer coach. You know, I mean, like I said, there's 1,000 ways to do it, but he talks to you like you don't know anything. I'm from New York. I've seen the best. I work with the best. Shut up and listen to what I got to say. Like that's his way of doing it. But it, you know, like I said, you got to carry that. Yeah, Langford. I don't think it was Langford. Chris Lofton. Yes, that's what I think. Hunter. But Mark, I do agree. I do agree with that. Because here's the thing. He had no appreciation really for just the athletic level of the country players. You know what I'm saying? The IQ, the pure IQ of the country players. He just thought, yeah, I mean, but he grew up watching some nasty point guards. So when he grew up, his brain just saw Kenny Anderson and Tiny Archibald and all these New York guards and Earl Manigault and all that stuff. So he just thought that's where they're born and bred. And but around that time, they were saying Brooklyn was trying to claim Michael Jordan and all that stuff. So yeah, I could see why he was, you know, why he was that way. Yeah, Lofton. Used to love watching him. That's funny. It's funny. Beef was talking about in the podcast how worked up he would get for the rivalry games, and it was really funny thinking about how opposite it was playing under Coach Crum. Like I said, we would you know it's a big game, but we didn't do a lot different other than like an extra 15 minutes, like a normal film session would be 20-25 minutes, and maybe the Kentucky film session would be 35 minutes. That was like the only difference you did. You didn't have no extra practices. You didn't put in no extra new plays, and you didn't do a bunch of extra stuff for the Kentucky thing. You know what I'm saying? His attitude wasn't different. The coaches wasn't acting different. But our schedule was silly anyway. See, Coach Pitino's schedule, you know, especially when he first got there, it wasn't, you know, anywhere near Coach Crum's schedule. So you know, a regular crumb schedule, you already played Arkansas, Purdue, you know, UCLA, Georgetown. You know, you already played every team. So Kentucky was just another good team in the list of all the big name teams in the country. So yeah, it just wasn't a big difference to that one. That's fair. I can't really fault him. Yeah, Northeastern bias. Yeah. Right. See, Mark, I'm glad you acknowledge that, because yeah, it's like sometimes you gotta just, dude, people are product of their environment a lot of times. You know, they can change their environment, but their environment leaves some seeds in them. You know, some of them you can break and some of them you can't. A team that's lost 10 years plus South Carolina call. Oh, we on the basketball. Don't get me started. I know. Yeah, you're right, Beef. Yeah. Like I said, yeah, just Coach Crum just didn't have an attitude with that one. But yeah, Gary, you definitely knew what I was referring to with that one. I know, Shane. Listen, and I'm like, but here's what sucks, man. Coach, we got one alley-oop play, Coach. First of all, we kind of got one out of the motion if it's open. But Coach, we got one alley-oop play out of the high post, right? You got one alley-oop play. And Coach saves it for the need a bucket times. And it's just like, oh my God, imagine having all the hops in the world, being at the 2-guard spot, and he only calling this play once every 4 games. He's only calling this play once every 4 games, and you just go over to that sideline and you're like, sports gods, please let Coach Crum call Marquette. And here's the thing, y'all. Everybody on the team gets a turn during practice to run Marquette, right? And so imagine Nate's getting his chance, Tony's getting, Eric Johnson's getting his chance, everybody's getting a chance to run Marquette at least one. Like everybody's fighting for the 2-guard spot to run Marquette in practice, right? So imagine coming to the sideline and you're Marques Maybin. You're looking up at the score, it's 71-73. Hold on, listen. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. This I recognize this about this give me like 40 seconds max. I gotta take this one really, really quick. 40 seconds, y'all. Hello? Nah. Okay. So imagine you get to the sideline. It's 71-73. And you have 73, right? You get to the sideline. Coach, listen, here's the thing. You get to the sideline, and whenever Coach Crum asks for the board, when he asks for the drawing board, right? Now your ears perk up a little bit, right? Because when he asks for the drawing board, he's either going to call guard cut weak side low, or he's gonna call Marquette. So Coach Crum says, "Give me my board." And he looks around and he expects somebody to have the board waiting for him. So he gets the board and then he gets everybody's attention. He might have the wand in one hand and he gets everybody's attention and he leans in and he says, "Okay, we're gonna call a play." And you're like, "Oh my God, just say it, Coach, just say it." And he says, "We're gonna run a play called Marquette." And you're like, "Yeah, right." And then he starts explaining. Coach starts explaining the play Marquette. And I'm like, "Coach, everybody knows one play with absolute perfection, especially me." Everybody knows how to run Marquette. If you don't know no other play on the team, you know how to run Marquette, right? And when he says that, my brain just starts spinning, right? That was what was who, Jerry Jones wait, I do like Maxime's the dot more crime mindset. Oh yes, play everyone and their. Hold on, let me make sure I catch everybody up who's on Facebook on these crazy things. I know, man. I know. They're just different coaching styles. He never called Marquette. You had to be in a big game and you had to need this bucket. That's the only way he was gonna call it. It sucked. Hold on. No, right. Lamar. Hold on. Okay. Are you talking about Jerry Jones? Oh, okay. Wait, what year did he play? Oh, that was like '99 Alaska. He wasn't playing for Xavier. He was a coach. He was either a grad assistant or assistant coach at Xavier when he was on the sideline against us in the Alaska shootout. So yeah, so Coach Crum, whenever he needed specialty play, it was going to be Marquette or guard cut weak side low 90% of the time. But when he said guard cut weak side low, listen, I wasn't going to have to do anything in that play, just get out the way. So when he called that, sometimes I would set up to get ready. I would get ready to see a shot or whatever. If the other team knew guard cut weak side low was coming, I might get a kick out. But for the most part, I jogged out there knowing I just got to run hard to draw my man away really good. Stretch the floor. But yeah, I couldn't wait to call. I couldn't wait for him to call Marquette. I could have sworn. Yeah, of course, yeah. Jerry Jones, he's a basketball genius. He is a legitimate basketball genius. He sees everything. He understands people's attitudes. He is like the perfect quintessential assistant coach. He sees everything. He knows everything. He watches everybody's posture. He's like a whisper in Coach Crum's ear to say, "Okay, cut this guy some slack. You need to tighten up on that guy." Jerry Jones is a savant. He is legitimately a basketball savant. He knows everything. He sees everything, and that's just in case. That's just in case Coach Crum doesn't see it. Yes, yeah. Of course they did. Yeah. Yeah, they definitely liked him. Seemed like a cool guy for sure. Okay. For what was it? Was it after he transferred to Xavier? There's a picture of him and Derwin Webb going at each other. Yeah, okay, you're right about that. I forgot about that. I did forget about that. Beef. If you do something for an hour or two if you do something for 2 hours straight for 4 years straight, that's like hell. Like, yes, you running a high post offense for 4 hours, like 3 hours a day for 4 years straight. And if you don't know it, you're not gonna get any playing time. So your life, your basketball life depends on knowing the high post. So yes, of course, you know that like the back of your head. Like anybody that you put on the basketball court that played under Coach Crum could run the high post right now. Guaranteed. They know when hi Alicia, you're like, what Alicia, are you just not waking up or something? Yes, players love Jerry Jones for sure. All the sets you run. 100%. Probably marathoning adventures on YouTube and see your stream. No, this is what we do. Like, listen, I'm excited. I had to do the review. I had to get ready for Wisconsin. We're gonna be doing the pregame show live from the studio. The game watch. Again, I think I'm gonna be caught up because they got the good internet at the studio most of the time. He transferred. So like Kenny Payne. Oh my God! Listen, give Cal some attitude. Listen, Hunter. Listen, 3 years ago I started it. How do we get Kenny Payne off that sideline? Hire him and man, give Kenny Payne a job anywhere on the planet except that sideline, and y'all gonna watch some cracks and some devices. I mean, listen, Nike's still doing the thing for Kentucky and all that, but the Kenny Payne effect is the actual on-court effect. I can't even lie. Oh man, like actually, B, you know what's funny about that? My communications final in college. My communications final in college was you're supposed to teach somebody how to do something, how to build something. My communications final was teaching everybody in the class how to run the high post offense, right? So I explained to them the base. Look, of course, I use videos of me. So imagine Professor Maybin in his communications final teaching the class with a pointer on how to run the high post offense, but they're all highlights of me. And I was teaching the class how to use the screen, how to, where the help is. And if this guy does this, there's not going to be any help. And if the guy's over here, there's help. And this is how you read the screen. And so we had to make it like, it was probably like it was probably 15 to 18 minute presentation, which is a really long time when you're talking presentation, especially college students who are like nervous about doing presentations anyway. So yeah, my communications class, I did a big old long, and it was a final too. I didn't know if the professor, I said teacher, I didn't know if the professor would just, call it a jock thing, you know what I'm saying, for me to do that. But again, if your communications project is teaching somebody how to, and actually it was like literally teaching somebody how to do something that requires multiple steps to learn. So yeah, it was actually, I got like a 99 on it. I forgot what the point, I forgot what, it was like a joke about what the point I lost. Maybe I was like moving around a little too much or something. That's why I didn't get 100. But yeah, I remember I got an awesome score on it for teaching you up the high post and communications. Yeah, but I did use my own highlights. That was so funny. What's going on? What was the first game under Mac that made you think this dude could take us back to the top? Yeah, Michigan State was that welcome home. What up? Always a pleasure. Love it. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us this evening. Again, ask away on the good questions. Like I said, I don't sleep too much, and if y'all are up just watching it, then I enjoy you supporting this show. Make sure you click subscribe. Make sure you know it's youtube.com/MadeForTheVille. That's where you can find me anytime in case I'm not on Facebook or Periscope for these, and you'll get a notification. Yeah, Michigan State was good, but I mean, even when you knew he was the head coach coming, I mean, you go through his Xavier stuff, you listen to him break stuff down. I mean, you always worry about recruiting and who can do what, but you knew he could coach. He has to get some good breaks too. So yeah, it was easy to tell he could coach. And are we covering tomorrow? This is hold on, let me put that here. Listen, Gary, thanks a lot for the donation. I really do appreciate that. Get on out of here, get some sleep. 11 o'clock, you can tune in. We'll be doing the pregame show. If not, if the kids are running you crazy, enjoy them too. They're only kids once. Are we covering tomorrow? Not for gambling purposes, but if that number goes up to 6, I'd take Louisville. I mean, it's the line has moved a lot towards Wisconsin since the original spread. See that? Oh, listen, Hunter, the Kenny Payne effect is a beautiful thing to watch. Everybody loves to call something early and be right and brag about being right, but this one's different for me. I love this one because it's at the expense of my rival. And not that they're not good kids and all that good stuff, but in the rivalry talk, yeah, it's so funny to watch. A retro game. Oh my God, because that would drive me crazy. Because I'd still be looking at the mistakes I'm making, and I'd be going crazy. I hate watching those games and looking at how many points or something I left out on the floor. It drives me insane. No, I couldn't. It's terrible. I'd be cussing at teammates. I'd be filthy mouth and everything. I'd lose my channel and everything. I'd be a nightmare. Love it. I Rummage and a couple people in here agree that there is an incredible there's a lot of video and photo, and none of them have DeAndre Davis in it. I haven't seen DeAndre Davis in any backgrounds. I haven't seen him just walking alongside anybody, anything like that. I haven't seen DeAndre Davis. I haven't seen Aiden Agayon. So if I were just, like I said, this is just me doing digital social media forensics, I would surmise that DeAndre Davis is one of the guys missing for sure. He was good at get. I was just afraid the NCAA stuff would hang over them. Yeah. Listen, and here's the thing, Mark. I am biased, but I also have empathy. I can what's the word they say? Okay, put it this way, Mark. I'm biased because of my experience, but I can vicariously put myself in a young high school student's position, and I know what coming to Louisville does to you. I know what watching a game at the Yum Center or at Freedom Hall. I know what that does to a recruit, a big time recruit. It does something to you when you have the facilities like this. So Louisville's Louisville for a reason, and their money makes you feel like I can accomplish any of my goals here by coming here. That's the first vibe you get when you get here. You look around, you see what access you got to everything, and you say, basically, I can tolerate this coach and live here until I get to the league. If you know you can do that, you can recruit, and you should have good teams most of the years. So I know. Listen, it's funny. We did that whole show today, and we talked about how you can't lose Carly, and you can't lose David Johnson, and you can't lose Sam, and you can't lose Jalen Withers, and all these players, and we never even considered that DeAndre Davis, because maybe just we give him the Dwayne Sutton treatment. At least we know Dwayne Sutton's always going to be there. So, yeah, I think it's him. Okay, I'll say this. I knew something was wrong when we were playing. I told this story before, but I knew something was different when we were here for the Derby Festival, and they set me and my 2-on-2 partner up against the two guys that were going to Kentucky. I could literally hear the difference in the fan bases, and they're hissing, and it got different. So even before I actually put on the Louisville uniform, I was just the kid that was thinking about coming to Louisville. Around then, I knew it was something like it was going to be nasty. So yeah, I haven't had any real harsh experiences with a Kentucky fan or anything like that at all, other than Andy Sweeney. That's probably the only dude, the only Kentucky fan. Oh, Davis is the glue guy. Oh, we need him. But JJ, actually, I think Quinn got to fill in those minutes, man. He's just got to be aggressive, man. He's got to be violent. He's got to be tough. This would be a shame. I know he's on the roll, and I know. But again, it's not confirmed. It is not confirmed, so we won't make that assumption. So, okay, people, that is 1 hour and 30 minutes. Thank you for the super chat donations at the bottom. Any Cash App donations are very, very welcome for the channel. Listen, if you support in any kind of way, if you support the channel, it's the reason I make sure that I can do 1,000 other things, but I'll make sure I'm here for the midnights with Marques Maybin, if at all possible. So I do appreciate that. People, make sure you start your morning with some nice citrus fruit, some warm water. It will help you clean out your system. It'll be a great way to revitalize yourself, and it's good for the immune system. Turmeric, lemon water, lime water in the morning. It's really, really good for you. Listen, love it. All the evenings are for honesty. The evenings are for total honesty. Everybody shout out Ken Harbison. If you listen to the song at the beginning of the show and you like it, that's your guy, Ken Harbison. Man. I'm so thankful for the people around and all that good stuff. Get out of here, man. Y'all sleep good, man.